In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your priorities or service level agreements, otherwise known as SLAs. The SLA setup is located under the Company tab, Work Order Priority. Maxpanda comes preset with 4 different priority levels. Low will automatically set a due date for 7 days in the future, medium for 5 days, high for 3, and urgent for 1. These can be changed or deleted by you at any time by simply clicking the blue Edit button or the red Delete button. To create your own, simply click the Add button. Give your SLA or priority a name. This is just a way to distinguish between them from the drop-down menu. So for example, I'm going to call mine 1 hour response. Next is the all-day event checkbox. Choose if this is an all-day event or not. All-day just means you want to track it in day intervals, while leaving it unchecked will allow you to set times down to the minute. What plan start offset means is when a new work order is submitted, it automatically takes that submitted date and puts it as the start date for your work order. By adding a time interval in here, it will push the start date later by whatever time period you set. So for example, if I were to put 1 day here, work order submitted today would have a start date of tomorrow. If I were to put 6 hours, work order submitted right now would have a start date 6 hours from now. If I leave it blank, the start date is kept as the submitted date. Whatever you put here can be overridden when you are approving the work order. Due date duration is the amount of time between the start date and the end date. For example, if the start date is today and I set the duration for 1 day, the work order will be due 1 day from now. If I set it to 6 hours, then the work order will be due 6 hours after the start date. This is a required field. If you are not sure what to put here, start with 5 or 7 days until you figure out what works best for you. And once again, no matter what you put here, you can change it when you are approving a work order. Sort order lets you set where the priority will appear in the drop-down list. Give the more commonly used ones a lower number. Checking the default will make this SLA or priority the new default on work orders. So when a new work order is submitted, this SLA or priority will be automatically pre-populated on the work order. Whenever the default is checked on the priority or SLA, it will override the previous default. Then simply click Save. Now you can set up your response time. When a work order is submitted, an email notification goes out to all admins and editors letting them know that there is a new work order that requires their approval. If they don't respond and approve the work order within a certain amount of time, you can set it up to have another email reminder sent. For example, if I click Add Action, here I would just select the status. So for pending work orders, I would select Pending. Give the response time. So I called mine 1 hour response. So this means I want somebody to respond to the new submitted work order within 1 hour. So I simply select my hours or minutes. You can also do it by days if you wanted someone to respond within 3 days, for example. Select your action. Select who you want to receive the email. And click Save. You can do this for each status. So for example, if I want an approved work order to be set to the in progress stage within a certain amount of time, I can set that up here as well. So I click the approved. Email notifications will go out to anyone assigned to the work order, but if no one picks it up within a given time frame, you can send an email reminder to the company admin, site admin, company editor, site editor, letting them know that the work has not begun within the specified time frame. So once again, if no one picks it up in, let's say, 3 hours, I can set that here and have it send an email to my site admin. Click Save. Once you have these set up, simply save the priority. Here you can see my newest SLA is on the bottom here. To explain the default a little better, I'll just click the Submit Work Order button. And you can see in my priority status here, the 1 hour response is automatically pre-populated.